Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Thompson with you here from the NBC 24 Weather Center with a look ahead to your weekend forecast. It was kind of a gloomy finish to the work week for the majority of us as the clouds did return out there for the day on Friday. These are actually very low-level stratus clouds that only form a couple thousand feet up in the atmosphere. It's that thin layer of gray here you see on the satellite. It took a little bit longer to cloud over across some of our southern counties and even saw a little bit of sunshine break back out during the afternoon. But for the most part, this deck of clouds is going to be sticking around with us because we have what's called an inversion layer at the surface. That basically means it's colder at the ground than it is a few thousand feet above us in the atmosphere. And when that happens, it actually causes the atmosphere to sort of shut down. You don't get the upward and downward movement, what we call mixing in the atmosphere. And it's actually a very stable pattern, but because of that, we don't really expect much change in this deck of clouds as we go through the rest of our Friday night into the day on Saturday. So it is going to stay overcast into the weekend. However, you don't really see any precipitation with these clouds. So we are, for the most part, going with a dry forecast through Friday night, through Saturday. I think we'll get through Sunday for the most part dry, with maybe the exception of a couple isolated sprinkles during the second half of the weekend. But it shouldn't be too bad out there. Despite the fact it will be gloomy, it will be on the dry side for the majority of us. Mostly cloudy. I won't rule out maybe a couple breaks in those clouds every now and then, but for the most part, the clouds will rule the night as we go through our Friday evening. The upside to the clouds, it's going to help keep temperatures more stabilized. We're going to see lows closer to 30 degrees instead of the low to mid 20s that we've seen for the past few nights. So there is, again, a little upside to the clouds out there. We'll keep a little bit of a light breeze going out of the west between 7 and 12 miles per hour as well. For your day on Saturday, again, expect a lot more in the way of cloud cover. I don't think we'll see much, if any, sunshine as we go throughout the day. Because of that, I did trim temperatures back a little bit. We had hoped to get into the low 40s for Saturday afternoon, but because I think the clouds will be stuck up in the sky there, we're going to trim it back just a bit into the upper 30s for our high temperature. Pretty average for December, but still probably not as happy. I'm sure some of you are hoping to see those 40-degree highs for your Saturday afternoon. I still think we're going to get there for the day on Sunday. We'll start to mix around the atmosphere a little bit more to allow some of that warmer air to get in. In fact, I think once we get into Saturday afternoon, temperatures will be above freezing through the remainder of the weekend. Like I mentioned, there's an outside chance of an isolated shower or sprinkle for the day on Sunday, but really nothing to be overly concerned about. Shouldn't cause too many headaches for you. The better rain chances are going to come Monday afternoon into Monday night. High temperatures on Monday getting up to around 50 degrees, so do expect a warm start to the next work week. And then we'll keep showers going into the day on Tuesday. After Tuesday, though, some colder air does spill back into the area as highs fall back into the 30s. Maybe some snow showers for the day on Thursday. If you are dreaming of a white Christmas, well, then you want to be hoping for that storm a week from Saturday. They're keeping a very close eye on that one. Again, we're still ways away, 7-8 days out. So we're going to keep an eye on that particular system, but there may be some glimmer of hope for those of you maybe hoping for some snowfall here before we get to the Christmas holiday. So we'll be tracking that system over the next week. For now, though, just kind of cloudy, gloomy, but also a little bit warmer as we go through the upcoming weekend into the start of next week.